Hey everyone, Keith here. So even though this year's Disney Parks campaign is to show our Disney side, I think you guys have already seen a lot of my Disney side. So one of my New Year's resolutions is to make videos that aren't necessarily Disney related and help you get to know me more that's outside of the Disney parks and trivia. So if you're ready, here are 25 facts about me. Starting with number 1, I don't curse at all. Rather than say vulgar words, I'll instead say things like nuggets or shoot or something. I'm just not a fan of foul language, and vulgarity actually makes me feel really uncomfortable. I wasted a lot of my teen years on the website Neopets. I don't know how to swim properly. I can stay afloat, but I know my form isn't correct, so I can't swim very fast, and I also get very self-conscious if people are watching me since I know my form isn't proper. So yeah, just don't watch me swim, please. Besides my Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade balloon, I actually won another cool contest with Kodak on YouTube a few years ago. I basically had my entire face and video and everything take over the entire homepage of YouTube for an entire day, and my little commercial that I made also played on repeat in Times Square for an entire week or something. And I was also flown to California, where I was supposed to see Conan O'Brien's show while he was on late night, but by the time I won, he was cancelled, and therefore they sent me to Jimmy Fallon in New York instead. And then I still got to go to California, and I used those days to go to Disneyland instead. I have owned 3 guitars in my lifetime, and I don't really play guitar. I've tried, I just never really got the hang of it, but I can play 2 songs on the guitar relatively, and they're both Michelle Branch songs. I'm just really bad with music, and I don't know. I have a really cool blue guitar though. So this one's kind of a sad story, but I have a history of past best friends screwing me over one way or another. I've had friends steal from my bank account, or use me to get closer to people, or make up lies about me with their parents to cover themselves up, and many more things going down the line. So as a result, I'm not very trusting of people anymore. However, I do think it's important to be forgiving and welcoming when those people who have hurt you come back and try to apologize with sincere apologies. If those people do come back and are willing to mend the wrongs that they've done to you and not just toss the word sorry around like it's nothing, then yeah, you should give them another chance, because remember that you had more good times than bad times with those friends. And if they never do apologize, it's okay too, because life goes on. To finish this one sad fact, the one friend who did steal from me many years ago, they did pay me back, and they did inform their parents what they did. So yeah. So when I was younger, this is a Disney thing by the way, but when I was younger, the one Disney thing that I was completely obsessed with was Toy Story. And I had to have every single toy replica from the film, at least if they made it. And the one things that they didn't make were Sid's mutant toys. And so in order to have my own toy legs, I had to ask my little cousin for a Barbie doll, where I would then rip the legs off of the Barbie, and then I asked my mom to attach it to a fishing pole. So yeah, I was probably the only kid at that time to have their own toy legs, but it was kind of cool. I have never done drugs or smoked a cigarette in my entire life. The closest I ever was to smoking was in my high school's anti-smoking commercial, where I was the smoker, but I didn't inhale. I just held a cigarette, and it was just poor casting choices, because when you see the commercial and you see a cigarette in my hand, it's just not believable. I seem to hate things that everyone else enjoys. I hate coffee, I hate the taste of alcohol, particularly beer, and I'm also not a big fan of peanut butter. So here's something you guys might not know about me, but when Tamagotchi was first released in like 1996, 1997, I was completely obsessed with them for many years. And just to show you, here's a portion of my collection. I probably have 100 Tamagotchi of the actual virtual pets. Just to show you what I have a clear blue, clear turquoise Tamagotchi. That's first generation. This is really rare, or at least it was. I have Digivices, because Digimon was also part of the whole Tamagotchi craze. This one was actually my very first Tamagotchi. I even imported some from Japan. I picked up an Asuchi and Masuchi. All you do is you'd have a boy, you'd have a girl, and then when they are of age, you can connect them together, and then they will form babies, and each one gets a baby. And the one character that I was obsessed with the most from Tamagotchi was Memetchi. I have actually a couple of toys and banks and whatever of him from when I was growing up. And yeah, he was my favorite, and he was my internet username when we were all told growing up to not reveal your real names. So I took upon it to be Memetchi, and I actually still own Memetchi.com, and it redirects to KeithLapinig.com, so you can check that out. And as of this recording date, at least, I still own Memetchi.com. I don't know if I'm still gonna keep it, but Memetchi. The only language that I can understand and speak is English. I took Spanish for many years in high school and elementary school, but don't ask me to even attempt that. And I don't speak any Tagalog or any Filipino language, so don't even ask me on that either. And that just means, I guess, the only other language that I can understand is HTML, if you even count that. I have never been in love, and I'm okay with that. For all my life, I've been very career-driven, and I think I'm where I am today because of that. So I just don't have time, and I also know I would like to relocate to California one day anyway. When the World of Disney NYC was open and I worked there, the biggest celebrity that I helped was Britney Spears. And I also tripped over her when helping her with the collectibles. I have very low self-esteem. When I was little, I had a problem where I was addicted to eating toilet paper. I'm not even joking, guys. When I was little, my parents would find me hiding around the house, and they knew exactly what I was up to, so they'd scold me, they'd put their hands in front of my mouth and yell at me to spit it out. And so when I opened my mouth, you would just see a giant, like, wet toilet paper ball come out of my mouth. And yeah, I don't understand how I even got into that. But if I remember correctly, I haven't done it in 20 years, but if I remember correctly, I don't think it tasted that bad. I think I still know what it tastes like, and it doesn't taste that bad. When I was born, the hospital messed up on my full name on my birth certificate, so I don't really know what to tell people when they ask for my full name. Some of you may know this, but I interned at The View a couple of years ago, and I was there when Whoopi was there, and also Joy, and Sherry, and Elizabeth, and Barbara. I don't wear shorts. When I was a freshman in high school, I almost died, or at least could have been seriously injured. I was getting on the bus, and as I stepped onto the first step of the bus, a guy behind us had a heart attack or something, and he swerved, and he ran over everyone that was behind me, including some of my classmates. So yeah, that's not exactly a fun story, so I'm just gonna end that there. I have never cried during a film or TV show. The closest one that got to me was Toy Story 3, and before that, the Pokemon movie, when Pikachu tries to revive Ash. I have a box where I keep small tangible memories from my Disney trips and other things. Leave a comment below if you want to see the things inside the box, because I'm not gonna open it here. There's a lot of things in here. It's actually almost full, and I'm probably gonna have to get a new box soon. I hiccup every single day. I don't know what that means, but I actually hiccup and burp at the same time a lot of the times. Although my videos don't really show it, I'm actually a huge introvert. Finally, 25, the one thing that I'm allergic to are mosquito bites. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see what's inside that Disney box, and if you also want to be entered to win an unbirthday button, as always. And also on my Facebook page, there's always contests there if you like these unbirthday buttons and more. And yeah, so also let me know if you like these videos where it's more personal about me and not necessarily Disney related. If you do want it to just be Disney related and nothing about me, let me know about that too, I guess. That's cool. Okay, bye.